Hi, this is Jen from Aussie-Rig-Renos. Today we're looking at building your own wheel arches. One of the main components that you need to look at is the height that you need. So here I've replaced the 13-inch wheel with a 14, and what I found is the old van that I was renovating, the springs were completely depressed or slack or run out of room. They were completely exhausted, so the van was very low to the ground. As soon as I put in new springs, it fairly quickly raised up in height. But what you need to do is work out the depth that I'm showing you here. How deep do your springs go down? So if you ran a straight edge across the top of the spring and measured down to the bottom of the spring, that's how much play your wheel is able to go up in height. So you would use that dimension, the depth of your spring, on top of your wheel height. So if your wheel is protruding up into the caravan, carcass like mine is, then you need to make sure that you've got the depth of the spring height on top of your tire. Then you'll be fine. That is how you work out your wheel arch height. And it's going to make it so that if your wheels bounce up and down, then they're not going to punch through the wheel arch. And that's why a lot of people do it out of metal toolboxes, because they're unsure. But I think doing it out of a metal toolbox and inverting it by removing the lid and screwing it basically upside down onto the floor, it really does limit your height. So let's see what we've done inside. So by building them myself out of marine ply, I've been able to suit them so that they work with the furniture, you see. Now I've built them out of the marine ply, and then I've had my cabinet maker make the whole, let's go back a bit, make the whole kitchen cabinet, and he tidied it up by building extra, like that's part of the cabinet itself. So it just slots over my wheel arch and holds it all in place, and it provides me with a little shelf there. So this one we've just gone with, we've got plenty to put in there, hot water system, piping, all that sort of stuff. So we've left it like that. But this one over here, this is going to be the shower area, shower, toilet. So I designed this given the height, I bought the right size portaloo to put a bracket around here, so it'll have a timber surround to stop the toilet sliding and moving. It could be strapped as well, but the toilet will sit there, and for that reason I've got a really beautiful brand new portaloo that's only got a 12-litre tank under it, so it's not going to be too high to sit on. So by utilising my shower toilet area, I built that out just a little bit. I didn't want to come all the way out, it sort of would look a bit weird. And here I've ended up with a nice little gap that I can utilise the piping for my diesel heater, which will go in here. Diesel heater and venting pipe work here to keep it really out of the way. So you can see the lid's missing on here, but that's where our Evercool dual zone fridge will go. So you can see, if you think about it, you really can utilise these wheel arches so that they provide an asset instead of just being in the way. And by rounding them, they're pretty much useless. And you'll notice a lot of the plastic ones on the old vintage vans are blown out at the top, and that's because the springs, maybe people bought new springs or they weren't governed for the right height when they were built. So this way you can take control of that. So now we're going to look at the construction of the actual wheel arch. Mine are made out of the marine ply. I had quite a few sheets of like a 20 mil, so nice and strong. I used a box configuration, so butting the edges together, and then inside put wood chocks the full length of every corner and double screwed them from both sides. Then I've painted with just an indoor paint, white, to seal all of the timber colour so that it has more durability. But then inside it, I painted it with a waterproofing compound first. Then I got bitumen paint, and bitumen paint you can make as thick as you want, so I made it a medium thickness, and I did 3 coats of bitumen paint on the inside. So that really makes sure that any of the mud and water that will be spraying up into it is not going to ruin the actual timber surface. Here you'll see inside the wheel arch and the sealing that you need to do to make it really weather tight all around so that you don't get water spray up inside your cupboards. So you can see the box that is bitumen painted, and then the securing with the little angle brackets up in to the board so that it secures it and holds it firm. So I hope this guides you on the right path to making your own wheel arches. There's many forms of materials you can make it out of, but I do find the marine ply is the easiest to do and the most malleable for what you might use it for after. Once you've got them in there, then don't forget to attach them from underneath in the wheel arch and screw them into place. Also, then make sure you have sealed with Sikaflex all along the under edges to make sure no vermin, ants, mud, dust, really anything can get through. And this you've got to check periodically and make sure that it's really well sealed, because you really want to be weather tight. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe below, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.